Hello and welcome. This is Nolan with Discover NC Homes and Nolan's News. And I wanted to talk today about days on market. And especially since, I've had a lot of sellers over the last, I'd say, few months or even longer, really worried about their home and days on market. So generally, as we talked about in another newsletter, more days on market, sellers and buyers think, oh, is it this negative? Does it look like we're desperate? Things like that. So I actually wanted I pulled some county from Brunswick County as a whole and actually looked at St. James too. So we have kind of two markets just to compare to, which really ran about the same. So data was pulled from, I did mid-October to mid-October of the next year. So first I looked at 2015, 16, 17, and specifically 16, 17, which ran about the same as before. Something a little bit before COVID, so we just knew kind of where was an average, but in a, I'm going to say, healthy, normalized market. So back then, the county was running about 6 months days on market. Okay, so that means from start to finish, it took about 6 months for a home to be listed, maybe a price reduction or two, and sell. Same thing in St. James. It actually ran a little bit longer. We're looking, let's say, 7 to 8 months to sell a home. And again, we're not discriminating against price point. This is from small price point to large price point. So you had, let's call it 6 to 8 months on the market for something in Brunswick County or St. James to sell. So then looked at, I'm going to say a few years ago, kind of the height of COVID, that 21, 22, 22, 23. At the height of our, I'll say, seller's market, 26 days was the standard. And that it fell a little bit, actually longer county than St. James, but it was a month. You had a month on the market in the crazed, let's say, COVID days of that market. And then I looked at now. So I looked at from October of 2024 to October now. And we are back to about 2.5 to 3 months on the market. So the good news is, okay, we're not back to the more quote-unquote normalized market before COVID. We're still well ahead of that with about 3 months. We're not in the seller's market, but the point is, I know a lot of sellers think this market just has a major slowdown, and it's just we're getting back to more normal. That is the point behind a lot of my videos I've been doing here. We're not depressed. We're just getting back to more normal. Price point actually is very surprising, which I'll talk about in another video. We're actually higher now in most markets than we were before, even in the craze of COVID. So that's a good thing. But more to come. But anyway, to recap, okay, 6, 8 months, before COVID. In the height of COVID, you were on the market for about a month. Now we're running about 2.5 to 3 months on the market as an average. So hang in there, everybody. We're doing just fine. And if you have any questions, again, let us know. Thank you.